Today I'm going to show you how I created this social media post using Adobe Photoshop. So let's get into it. I have already opened the Photoshop. I'm going to create a new document. For that I'm going to click File, New, and create a document of width 1080 pixels and height 1080 pixels. And the resolution I'm going to put it as 72 pixels per inch, and the color mode it goes as the RGB color, right? So now I'm going to click on the create button. Okay, now I'm going to create the guides for this social media post. For that I'm going to get the rectangle tool, and I'm going to create a rectangle of 50 pixels height and 50 pixels width, and duplicate it and place it in the corners of this canvas. Okay, and to place this rectangle in this corner I am using the align method. For that I am going to go here, choose align to canvas and select this rectangle, choose align to left edges and align to top edges. Now I am going to duplicate this rectangle by pressing Ctrl J button, and now I am going to select that rectangle, align it to the right edges and align it to the bottom edges. Now I'm going to select this rectangle, get the ruler tool. For that I'm going to press the Ctrl R button and then drag this like that, right? And drag this ruler like that. And I'm going to select this rectangle as well and drag the ruler to here and this ruler to here. Okay, now I'm going to delete these rectangles. Okay, now I'm going to place them at the image. Okay, now I have to transform this. For that I am pressing Ctrl T button, and now I'm going to scale this up a little bit like so. Alright, now I'm gonna enter it. Okay, now I'm gonna delete this part of this image. For that I have to select it first. To do that I'm gonna get the rectangle marker tool and select this area, and I'm going to select this mask button and press the Ctrl I button to invert the mask. Okay, now I'm going to place embedded the coffee cup. Okay, now I'm going to transform this. To do that I'm going to press Ctrl T and then I'm going to scale it down like so, and I'm going to place it like right here. I'm going to choose the align option and align it to the horizontal centers. Alright, now I am going to add a shadow under this coffee cup. To do that I am going to create a new layer and get the brush tool and decrease the size of the brush tool like so, and decrease the hardness to the 0. Okay, and then tilt this like so. Okay, and to increase the brush size, you can press the right bracket key and choose the black color as the foreground color. For that, I am pressing D button to get this searches into default color, and the default color of these searches are black and white, and the black is the foreground color, right? And then I'm gonna create a shadow like this. Okay, and I'm gonna decrease the opacity like, alright, 60. Okay, now I'm gonna create a background gradient for this. For that, I'm gonna create a new layer underneath all the layers and get, alright. Now I'm going to create a gradient for this background. To do that, I'm gonna delete the background layer and I'm gonna go for this adjustment layer, choose gradient, and I'm gonna choose this basic black and white adjustment, black and white gradient, and I'm gonna choose this color stop and change the color to like this color. Okay, and I'm gonna select this color stop and change its color to like this color and select OK. Alright, and I'm going to select OK and I'm going to choose reverse. Okay, and then select OK. Alright, now I'm going to select the gradient layer and place it right below all the layers. Alright, and I'm going to adjust the gradient. That I'm going to press the G button and adjust it like that. Alright, I'm going to choose the reverse option. Okay, alright, now I'm going to adjust the levels of this gradient. For that, I'm going to create a level adjustment layer, and this is stop controls shadows of, and this stop controls midtone, and this is stop controls highlight. And I'm gonna decrease the highlight, and the midtone stop I'm gonna increase it like so. Alright, now I'm gonna select this coffee cup, Ctrl T to transform it and rotate it a little bit to left and place it like here. Okay. And I'm going to place it right above the gradient, and I'm going to change its blending mode, something like soft light, and decrease the opacity to like 20%. Alright, now I am going to place the coffee bean PNG. Okay, now I am going to zoom in. To do that, you can press Ctrl+ button. Now you can see there are some white edges on this PNG. We have to get rid of that. To do that, I'm going to create a selection around this PNG. For that, I'm going to hold Control button. While holding Control button, I'm going to select the thumbnail of this PNG. Now we get the selection. Now we have to subtract these white edges from this selection. To do that, I'm going to contract the selection. I'm going to here select button, modify and contract it by like 12 pixels. And then I'm going to remove all the unwanted areas of this selection. Okay. For that, I'm going to get the lasso tool and choose this selection button and subtract the selections that you do not want. Okay, to add the selection, I'm going to click on here, add to selection button and link some areas to the selection like this. Okay, now we got the perfect selection. Now I'm going to select the mask button. Alright. Okay, now I'm going to place this PNG like right here, and I'm going to Control D and transform it like that. And I'm going to place it right here. Okay, now I'm going to zoom in. For that I'm going to use zoom tool and zoom in. For the shortcut of zoom key is Z. Alright, now I'm going to create a shadow underneath this coffee beans PNG. To do that, I'm going to create a new layer underneath the PNG, coffee PNG, and get the brush tool, and I'm going to choose a soft round brush with hardness 0, and I'm going to create this shadow shape like this, flatten this shape, and I'm going to decrease the size of this brush. For that, I'm going to use the left bracket green, and here I'm going to choose the foreground color as the black. To do that, I'm going to turn this swatches into default color. For that, I'm going to press the D button, and now the default color of these swatches are here and the foreground color is black. And I'm going to paint a soft shadow like this. Alright, now I'm going to place the coffee leaves PNG, and I'm going to place it like right here and rotate it. Alright, and to get a duplicate of this PNG, I am pressing Ctrl J button twice to get two duplicates, and place one here and Ctrl T and transform it like so, and get the another PNG and place it underneath the coffee cup and transform like so. Okay, now I'm going to get the coffee bean PNG. I'll place embedded this PNG. You can see this PNG also has a white edge on this, and to remove that I'm going to press Ctrl and hold it and select the thumbnail go for the select, modify and contract, and 2 pixels, and select OK and mask it out. Alright, now Control T, and I'm going to place it like right here maybe. Okay, and I'm going to get a duplicate. To do that, I'm going to hold Alt button and drag it like here. Okay, alright, and a little bit bigger maybe. Okay, now I'm going to give a motion blur for these PNGs, and here I'm going to choose this coffee bean PNG and go for the filter, blur and motion blur, and I'm going to choose like 28 maybe and select OK, and I'm going to copy that motion blur into this one also. So to do that, I'm going to hold Alt button and drag it to this PNG. And for this leaf button, I'm going to give a motion blur as well. For that, I'm going to hold Alt button and drag this motion blur into this one also. And here I'm going to change its motion blur value. To do that, I'm going to double click on this and choose 14 as the motion blur, and I'm going to duplicate that into this one. To do that, I'm going to select this motion blur and hold Alt and drag it to this one. Alright, now we have just created that motion blur effect. Okay, now I'm going to get the fabric PNG. To do that, I'm going to go here, file, place embedded, this fabric PNG. Okay, and here you can see this fabric also got a white edge on it. To remove that, we are going to do the same trick. Hold Control, select thumbnail and select, modify and contract it by 2 pixels, and I'm going to mask it out. Alright, now I'm going to place it right between this gradient and table. Alright, so it is between this table and gradient and right above the overlay of coffee beans. Okay, and I'm going to Control T to transform it, and I'm going to transform it by I'm going to rotate it by 90 degrees and place it right here and make it a bigger maybe, and I'm going to convert it to smart object and Control T and right click and warp like so, and I'm going to warp it like so, and yeah, and like that. Alright, and I'm going to change its color. To do that, I'm going to create a hue and saturation adjustment layer right above it and clip it into that fabric and change the hue value to browny color like that. Alright, okay, now we just created alright, now I'm going to create the text effect. To create the text effect, I use Ideogram website. It's a free image generation website. Alright, so let's go into that website. Now in the Ideogram website, I created this prompt and generate an image of like this, and I'm going to use this text in my social media post. To do that, I'm going to download it and I'm going to go back to the Photoshop and I'm going to place embedded that image. Okay, now I have to select this text only. To do that, I'm going to zoom in a little bit. I use Z for the zoom tool, and I'm going to select this text only. To do that, I'm going to get the magic wand tool, and I'm going to point sample and tolerance. I'm going to put it as 32, and I'm going to choose contiguous option. Now I'm going to select it by this, and I'm going to add to selection and select this button and this. Here I'm going to minimize the tolerance like 20 and select. Okay, now there are parts that I do not want to be in this selection. To do that, I am going to subtract from selection and choose the lasso tool and subtract these selection areas that you do not want. Okay, so like so I have selected, and there are some areas to be added to in the selection, and I'm painting them as well. Okay, now I'm going to select the mask button. Alright, now I'm going to right click blending option, and I'm going to choose stroke button and choose this same color. Okay, and I'm going to position it in the inside and increase the size a little bit like that, and position it I guess center. That will be cool. And I'm going to go for drop shadow and decrease the opacity like that, and yeah, distance, speed and size must be smaller as well. Right, and I'm going to select OK. Okay, now I'm going to place that text underneath the table, underneath these all layers, but right above the fabric and right below the table. Right above the gradient and this coffee overlay, and I'm going to place it like right here and minimize it. Okay, place it right here. Alright, now I'm going to type tool and type in here like have a, and I'm going to increase the font size to all the way 120. Okay, and I'm going to change the font to 40 font. You can download this font for free in the Google, and I'm going to place it like right here and Control T and choose warp, descent warp, and I'm going to choose this option and warp, and I'm going to choose arc, and I'm going to bend it like 10% maybe. Okay, and place it like right here and select OK. Control T and rotate it a little bit like so. Alright, now I'm going to create the price tag. To do that, I'm going to get the text tool and type in with the pop-in font and like type. I'm going to choose 40 font for this as well, right? And I'm going to type 29.99. So I'm going to change its font to like font size to like 60 pixels maybe, and I'm going to superscript this 99 cent. Alright, I'm going to place it like right here, and I'm going to get the rectangle tool and create a rectangle like so. And I'm going to place it like right here, and I'm going to duplicate this text to do that, hold Alt, drag it to the top. Alright, and change its font to Poppins regular, and I'm going to change the font size as well to like 24, and special offer, type in special offer and change the font size to like 18. Okay, now I'm going to place it right here. Create the ellipse tool and create a ellipse of white color and place it like right here. Now I'm going to create a vignette effect for this one, and to do that I'm going to create a gradient of black and white, and I'm going to choose this style as radial and reverse it and increase the scale a little bit. Alright, and choose the soft light option of blending mode and decrease the opacity to like 70 pixels. Okay. I'm going to adjust this stroke a little bit. Now I'm going to grab the brush tool and create a new layer, and I'm going to choose the hardness as 0 and increase the size a little bit. And for the foreground color I'm going to choose this color right here, and now I'm going to increase the brush size and increase the flow to all the way 100 and create a brush like that. And I'm going to change this blend color to screen and Control T and and I'm going to flatten this like so, and I'm going to place it like here. That's how I created this social media post using Adobe Photoshop. I hope you learned something